With our groups now separated and 3 going the other way and 2 going this way, right off the bat, the thing that we started running into our longest sections of smooth road. And it was like, wow, we're going to be to the lake at no time. In reality, you're probably not quite half there as far as how much time that's going to take to get to the lake. Once you leave this mud hole area, you still have quite a bit of trail left to do that is difficult. But initially, everything looks like it's going to be smooth. When you come to this fork, go right if you're on a Jeep. If you're on an ATV and you want to take a different way around, I'm not sure. It could be an easier trail. I think this trail loops around and comes into the lake from this same left side, and it might be an easier trail. I have no idea because it's too narrow. There's a bridge with a marker in it that says no 50 inches or more. Soon you're back into the same sort of rocks that we saw earlier. Same sort of rock piles, about the same frequency, and these big clear areas were very short-lived. You start to kind of get into a rhythm on this trail where you know that you can shift up to second or third gear and get a little bit of speed, and then you see the rocks coming from a distance and you just bring it back down into 1 and start crawling again. And it's fun. When you come to this area around this mining area, this was around, there's lots of New Deal mines in Montana. This is the New Deal mine that was at 8,350 feet. It's in the Washington Mining District, which is one of 54 mining districts in Montana. And I don't know too much about how much productive this mine was. I think it said it was moderate to low production, and most of the tunneling was 18 to 60 feet deep. And apparently they got enough to get them started, but then it all shut down. So the New Deal mine.
Oh wow, there's a nice wood stove in here. It's cribbage. It's a game with pegs and cards. No, don't take it. Guess it's here for people if they need them. One of these chisels locks the door.
Through the woods, you're going to find all sorts of old cabins and such that have totally overgrown and have caved in. There's old stoves, old bed springs, all sorts of things. Just in every clump and pile of trees, there's little cabins and stuff where apparently all of this have just rotted away over the last 100 years.
Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
Before leaving the mine site, I told the kids they all had to rub the head of this wood troll that was sitting there and told them it might be good luck for the rest of the trail. At this point, not knowing that the trail was going to be any worse, we decided to switch it up and put Sean in the front, who is probably the more novice driver of the two of us, and so he gets to choose lines with Caitlin's direction. And as it turns out, we come across some complicated places, and he's going to need every bit of spotting and help to get through them. Mounted the GoPro on the roof for a little bit, give you a little different view. One of the things that changes is how narrow and tight the trail starts to feel. The trees are a lot closer to the edge of the road. You start to see patches of bark missing here and there from trucks scraping the trees. And what happens is as it gets narrower, eventually you run into large obstacles in the middle of it, which means there's no going around them. when you see something that you don't really know how you should do, and you got other people with you, it never hurts to get help and just have some other people help put eyes on it.
Do you mind spotting him on this one? We're really not sure.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to do the wrong. You can stay there. He's just going to spot you.
I'm getting a little farther over.
Okay.
Keep it straight. Keep going straight. Keep going straight. Okay, now start turning passengers. Okay, right there. I see. Go straight now. Straight.
That's a weird spot. That's a wonky spot, yeah.
Here the kids decided that they could walk much faster than we were driving, which was true. And if you look off to the right here, you'll see them running and skipping. They got the dog with them, and they just kind of ran along the side of the trail and explored a little bit while we were driving. You know you got that thing that you're trying to get your Jeep to do, and you know somehow in your mind that it's not going to want to? That's kind of where I was at on this.
It should be be able to go forward now, but it'll scrape. Good. Those are some big bumps and holes. I don't know if there's really a good way to hit them. I see ya.
Back up now.
Oh, the back tire.
You gotta bump it. There's just a little bump there. The back tire shut. There you go.
Gotta go back a little bit.
Just a minute.
All right. Yep, straight there. This way.
I don't know about you, but for the max tow, this van is for real. I call it airplane mode. When it decides to go up to this other level, there's like 2 speeds in the fan, and then all of a sudden it goes into this. It sounds like a jet engine for 5 minutes. One cliff on the whole trail. The whole way, most of the time you got either rocks or trees around you. Just in this one section, you have a nice big old cliff to fall off of.
Power is in danger. There's a foe of 1,000 swords. They've been abandoned by the lords. The fall from grace will pave their path to damnation. They're the 189 in the service of heaven. They're protecting the holy line. It was 1527. Give their lives on the steps to heaven. Thy will be done. For the grace, for the might of our Lord, for the home of the holy, for the faith, for the way of the sword, give their lives so boldly. For the grace, for the might of our Lord, in the name of His glory, for the faith, for the They're the 189 in the service of heaven. They're protecting the holy line. It was 1527. Give their lives on the steps to heaven. Thy will be done. For the grace, for the might of the Lord, for the home of the holy, for the faith, for the way of the sword, give their lives so boldly. For the grace, for the might of the Lord, in the name of His glory, for the faith, for the way of the sword, come and tell the story again. With dedication, no capitulation, annihilation, echo commendation, reincarnation, heaven is your destination. Triumph for salvation, with dedication, no capitulation, annihilation, echo commendation, reincarnation, heaven is your destination. In the name of God, for the grace, for the might of the Lord, for the home of the holy, for the faith, for the way of the sword, give their lives so boldly. For the grace, for the might of the Lord, in the name of His glory, for the faith, for the way of the sword, come and tell the story. Give their lives so boldly, come and tell the straight star story again.
Oh, how high would I climb mountains if the mountains were where you hide? Oh, how far I'd scale the valleys if you graced the other side. And oh, how long have I chased rivers from lowly seas to where they rise? Against the rush of grace this
When we first arrived at the lake, there was another Jeep group there. They hung around and such. We actually set up our camp here and we hiked to the next lakes. So
What do you think?
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
camping here was beautiful. We did find an opportunity to catch quite a few fish. I don't know, between the 3 or 4 of us that were fishing, we probably caught over 20 fish, and we catch and release most of them. There were a couple that the boys saved, and we actually cooked those when we got home. Towards the end, when they said they wanted to have a fish fry, we all grabbed a few fish and brought them home and ate fish when we got home.
from the source of its supply. 'Cause in the
Up the trail, less than a mile, is Mining Lake, or Mine Lake, and it's basically 2 lakes that have a sluice system set up between the 2 lakes, and so they were using the water from the one to throw material in and draining it down into the other lake. We also walked over to Cliff Lake, which I guess the best way to describe is it's in a little circle when you get back there, and a lot of times people online say there's snowbanks in there, but the snow was all gone this year at this lake.
you're neither more or less inclined. I will search and stop at nothing. You're just not that hard to find. Oh, I will praise you on the mountain, and I will praise you.
So I had a lot of footage going back, and when there are areas that I don't think I got a very good view of on the way in, some of the tilting and side hill and some of that, I just thought, well, we'll put the camera on and you guys will get a special treat. In the most difficult sections, you're going to get a close-up view from the back of Sean's bumper looking at the front of my Jeep. All the other rocks were still there all the way down, so you're just constantly dealing with these rock piles all the way until you get out.
Mountains in my way, you're the summit where my feet are. So I will praise you in the valleys all the same. No less God within the shadows, and no less faithful when the night leads me astray. 'Cause you're the heaven where my heart
Watch out, Azure.
Riding that rock did not work as well for me as I had hoped.
I rode a rock
If
too.
you'd been farther over, it might have.
I think either way you were going to ride a rock.
Yep.
He slipped off the other one too.
Oh,
So.
Come on the other side.
He slipped
It
towards
slipped
it.
off of that one on the back.
Yep. Woo! That's the squeezy part. Oh no! Oh no!
I'm just worried you're going to slip off this rock right here.
Yeah.
Maybe you won't. Yeah. Why don't you take a look?
Oh yeah. You did it.
Oh, it's still recording.
Yep.
And that's what it looks like to smash a diesel container.
Well, this diesel container stuck out. It was a cheap Chinese one that I bought just because I didn't know if I'd like the diesel heater. It was just stuck on the side. And when it cracked against the tree, this split the whole seam on the side, so the diesel's leaking. I threw it in a double wrapped black garbage bag. A few drops did get on the ground, but the mount broke and the can broke, so it has since been replaced with a regular Rotopax, like everything else on my truck is Rotopax, so we shouldn't have that problem anymore.
Where your feet rest on the sunrise, to where you sweep the sinner's path.
Start going right. I would turn right.
And oh, how fast would you come running,
When is it here?
if just a shadow me through the night? Trace my steps through all my failure, and walk me out the other side. For who could dare ascend that mountain, that valleyed hill called Calvary, but for the one I call Good Shepherd, who like a lamb was slain for me. Oh, I will praise you on the mountain. You say, I'll praise you on the mountain. You're the sun where my feet are. So I'll praise you in the valleys all the same. No less God within the shadow.
We were informed upon passing an ATV that they had finished the work the club did on that mud hole, and that the mud hole now had a pathway through it, which consisted of a bunch of logs strapped together in like a teepee form. So I guess they went to the bottom of the mud hole and laid logs, and then laid logs across that, and logs across that, and then laid logs over the top. So it's not really a bridge, but you can get through the mud hole without winching. Probably between the two videos, this is the longest video I ever did on any particular trail. This is just a trail that I've wanted to see a good video on for a long time, and I've seen a couple short blips here and there, and I thought, well, somebody needs to capture this trail so people really know what they're in for when they come up here. This is a good trail where a locker is really good to have. I would say 35-inch tires would be a really good idea. And definitely some skid plates, and don't do this trail alone. That's my best advice for you. Anyway, until next time, thanks for watching.